Try showing me a good time.
Okay guys, down 4, 3, 2, 1, 4. This move has a lot of pressure at the end, but it's highly duckable. You're going to be able to see this here. The opponent could easily punish you if they duck and they react slower. You have to understand that if they react faster, they get with a high counter hit, and you get a guaranteed launch off that. Like that, if your opponent reacts slower, they'll get you, but if they react fast, then you're gonna get them. But the whole ender of that can be duck though. So literally it can be all duck. But that move can also be performed from 2-1-4, so you don't have to actually do the down 4, 3. But I'm going to show you an example here. It's way plus, so the down 4-2 is 16. So you get literally more than 6 frames, see? So off of that, you probably get about 7, 8 plus frames here. So yeah, that's the example right there. Alright, the next one is down 3-4-1. This is a good pressure move at the wall. This move is very easy to sidestep. So your opponent can actually sidestep to your right very comfortably, but they actually have a harder time sidestepping to your left, which somehow tracks very well on that side. And this move gives you about 2 frame advantage, so you cannot actually get a mid move off from this other than your special low down 1, special mid down 1. And your down 1 will beat out your opponent, but that's the mix-up game you have to live with, you know. You either do a down 1 mix-up into, like, you know, down 1 mix-up or a down 4 or a standing poke. You do a standing poke or low poke. That's your fastest move, you know. And you can, pretty much that's what you get for pressuring them after this move. And here's an example of how I did down 1. You can actually down 1 into while rising 3 after you hit them. I'm not sure if when you hit them on guard you get advantage or not, but usually that while rising 3 back, you're still in good position. When you hit them, you're on plus, but when you don't hit them, you're probably like at -1. Your next move is sidestep 3. Sidestep 3 gives you at least 4 frame advantage. I don't know how much, but you can get down 4 1-2 pressure right afterward because your opponent is in ground state, so they can't sidestep, and they cannot do down 1 to break your down 4 1-2. So it's pretty much a very strong pressure move right there. So yeah. So as you see right there, you know, she can't get away regardless of what she do. So she has to just block. But just make sure if you do down 4, 1-2, second hit is high. And the next one is down 2. Down 2 gives you probably even frames or like +1 frames. So your options are pretty similar to down 3, 2, 1. Down 3, 4, 1, I mean. But a good strategy here would be, you know, sidestep 4 or sidestep 3 after down 2, because you leave them in ground state, so they have like while rising punish options, right? So you can sidestep almost all of Lily's moves. I don't know if everybody else is the same way, but this is a good example of how you can, you know, reset the pressure by doing that. That full crouch 1 does catch once in a while, depending on the range that you're at. But sometimes it doesn't catch. Okay, quarter circle 4-1 is one of your best pressure move. It gives you +2 frames and leave your opponent standing. This move is generally good for you to frame trap people that likes to poke. A lot of people, they like to poke high right after they get hit by quarter circle 4-1. So you can frame trap them by your. I prefer to frame trap them with with standing 2-3, because standing 2-3 leaves you. Standing 2-3 back leaves you in Chaos Judgment, and Chaos Judgment you get a mix up from there, right? And when you hit them, you're plus like 8 frames or something like that on the hit. So you could pretty much do whatever you want from there, a mix-up. But on guard, if they did guard it, you don't have that option though. But a good example is if they don't bite, or they like to do down 1 to interrupt you. You can also do down 1 to interrupt them as well. But the biggest problem is then you have to deal with the hop kicks, right? Because if they go for hop kicks, then you get launched doing down 1. So you want to stay safe, the safe option, right? So in my opinion, quarter circle 4-4 afterward is one of your safest option. I don't know if it'll beat out hop kick though. I'm pretty sure it doesn't beat out hop kicks, but it'll track sidesteppers. It'll track sidestepper. You can go for a 4-4-2 as well for more pressure, but you know, it depends on you. You know, it's really a mix-up. Right after you get quarter circle 4-1 on, you're pretty much set for whatever you want to do. But you see right there, quarter circle 4 sometimes doesn't track to your left, depending on how close and far your opponent's away from you. They have to be further away for you to track. As I'll demonstrate that in the next one, where you use the next move is down 4, 1+2. It's a guard breaker move. It gives you about the same. It probably gives you +1 frame off on a block, and it's like quarter circle 4-1. It's almost the same thing. So you know, you could do everything the same, like quarter circle 4-1. You know, after quarter circle 4-1 option, because it leaves them in standing too. But the only difference is it does have a little pushback, so you won't be able to probably get your 2-3 to hit like normal. But then this does track better though for that. Okay, her next move is 4-4-2. This is probably by far her best pressure move. It gives about +6. I can tell it's +6 because I'm going to demonstrate down 4-2 here. And Lily would do a standing 10, or standing 1, whatever, and they both hit each other. So, you know, that basically says it's like +6. Bang, you know, there you go. And if you do get somebody that does want to trade with you, you do get a free launch. So you would literally get a free launch. You can still like get it, but then it's duckable. It's a high move, so yeah. Okay guys, Anna's low moves. Unfortunately, most of her low moves are all punishable. I think they're all punishable, I'm not sure. There's the CGM that I haven't tested yet, but down 4-4. It's a good move. It leaves you on plus about maybe, what, 3-ish? I'm not sure. But it's launch punishable. Even though it doesn't say launcher here, you can't block. It literally is launch punishable. 15 punishable. And your next move is sidestep 2. This is your best low poke. I would stick with this one. But then if you play against characters like Leo, you're going to be punished for like 40 damage anyways. But it's punishable to 11, and it leaves you at +1 frame on hit. So you know, it's alright to do it, because if you do hit your opponent, you know, you do get an advantage, but you're at down state, and I think your opponent is not at down state, but you're at down state. Yeah, so you're not, your opponent's not. Oh no, maybe they are. No, they're not. They're not at down state. Yeah, okay, so it's alright move, but I use it. That's my favorite one. And then down back 3+4. This is an iffy one, man. You can use it if you want, but it's launch punishable, so I mean, I don't know, literally you're launch punishable, you're -1,000 like, you know, most people always say. But the second hit, if you miss the first hit like that and the second hit, it's safe. So you're alright, you know, you don't have to worry about it, you're safe. See, you can get away with that one at least. And here's down back 4-3 and down back 4-4 are pretty much the most useless move in her entire repertoire, kind of, aside from 4-4, which is the really useless move. But yeah, I would not advise you to use this move, because even if they block the first one, no matter what you do, they're gonna be able to hit your second move, no matter what. It doesn't like jail or anything, and it's totally punishable. It's launch punishable. Both moves are launch punishable. That one's launch punishable. 4 down back 4 is also the same way too. Like even on hit, you don't really get that much plus, so it's almost like pointless because you can get hit by the second one, then the first one, and still get hit by the second one, unless it's counter hit. I haven't tested counter hit yet, but the down back 4 is no difference. It can get interrupted, and it's launch punishable, 15 plus. I minus 15. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. So you can see here, I'm gonna be able to interrupt it, even with down 1. Down 1 can interrupt the move. It doesn't even low crush. That's so stupid, right? It jumps for nothing. It doesn't low crush. It's strange how you can't while rising 3 there to hit, but you can actually launch punish this with 15. There you go, 15, and she gets the hit. So that's a pretty bad move right there. And your last move is the famous down back 3. Yes, clearly launch punishable. So yeah, use it when you can, because you know she relies heavily on her lows, because that's all she's got. Because she's got no real punishers, no 15 launch punishers, so she's stuck.
Such a rush.
Okay, this is the 2-3 back mix-up. It's going to be your optimal 10 punisher, 10 frame punisher. So right off of 2-3 back, you get, like I said, around 8 frame advantage or so. And pretty much you can frame trap anything your opponent do, right? The only thing that you have to worry about is sidestepping. And if your opponent goes into sidestep, your best option from there probably would be 4. But as I demonstrate here, you know, if you do 1, you're gonna counter hit them, you know, and you're gonna get plus 15 off of that. But they could duck it. It's a high, and then 3 is a mid. But instead of doing 3, you should probably opt for doing a up 4-4, because you know if they're gonna hit you, you know. But then if they're gonna guard, then 3 is only minus like 10. You can only get pretty much a 10 off of it. You can't do 15. I mean, you can't do 12 or anything like that, I don't think. And the hop kick up 4-4 is minus 13. So yeah. But pretty much you could do anything. Like you could trap anything as long as they try to hit you. Like see, Lily can't even hit through that hop kick. So pretty much you're dead if you're trying to hit after you got hit from 2-3 back. But like I said, use this move for your 10 frame punish. This is going to be your optimal 10 frame punish. And that move is not launch punishable, so you can see 15 cannot launch it. But you can do 13. So yes, 13 can punish that. Oh, this is 12 can punish that. Yes, Lily does get a combo off that one. Okay, now for a little bit more advanced. Like, if you're not doing it as a punish and you're throwing it out as just a, like, you know, you're in the battle and you just throw it out. The one thing is you don't get plus frame off of this. You're probably like at a -1 or 2. And your best option is not to challenge the 1-2, not to challenge the fast hits. But they can always actually. It's like only -1 or 2, so you can. I think it's -2, I believe. You can do 2-1 right afterwards and catch their down 4-1, 13 frame moves. And if they go high, you can always duck the highs by going this. You can duck the high by doing that. The 4 kick. 4 after in CGM stance. Another mix-up she can do to avoid the high is going to 4 into the circle move. This example, she could actually avoid the 1-2, but for some reason the 2-4 is actually catching her, and I think that's just because that 2 has a lower hit property probably. I'm not sure if it's because it hits slower by any chance too, but that kick also hits her too. While the kick 4-1, sometimes it doesn't catch her. I don't know why, but yeah, it's very not reliable though, in my opinion. Or maybe I just do the roll a little too slow, you know. But then down the 4-4 option is better though, in my opinion. Your sidestep 1+2 will be your best move, even though it doesn't have a lot of range. It will be your best launcher. It's not punishable at all, and it has to have both hits to hit for you to get a launch. So yeah, but this will be your premier launcher move. Like if you're pressuring, right, and you're going in, then sidestep, then 1+2, you know. So yeah. Okay, although I didn't get the spring kick, the somersault kick, the somersault kick is also launch punishable, and this up 3 is also launch punishable, so it's really worthless. Never use it. I don't know why anyone will never use it. If you're gonna use this hop kick, just do the somersault, because the somersault has probably the same amount of startup in this game as compared to that one. So yeah, but this hop kick is a little bit better. At least it's only like -7 or something like that. It's not punishable, you know. It's only minus maybe like 3, who knows. Okay, here is a good frame trap against Noob player, okay guys? This is a really good frame trap against Noob player. Just basically 2-1, 2-1-4, right? And put your opponent at like -7 frame. And then you go for the guard break move. And you get a free, I don't know, you get a free, pretty good amount of frame on there. This example is a little bad. My Anna was a little bit off on here, so she can get hit. But I'll reset it. Watch. When you press it perfect, when you don't see any light in between, she's gonna be able to hit that every time. So you get a free booty bump if you want. Here's an example. Watch. But either ways, once you get to a higher level of execution, you can be able to do like really strong combos off of this. But this is good for against Noob. And here's an example. You can do for 4-3, you get a 4-3, so you go into you can get a combo off of that, you know. So you can get a lot more damage, you know. I mean, you could do better combos than this. I'm basically showing you like the weak combos. And you could do for circle 4-1 first if you want. But if you're really good with timing, you can input Rage Drive right afterwards. This is considered more strict timing if you want to do this one. It's a little bit harder. I wouldn't recommend people doing this online though. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button and subscribe for more, guys.